Like y'all had the defense before, but y'all made some mid-season trades, so it's like scoring on y'all is like trying to like basically put your fucking hand through a damn thorn bush, and then and then Steelers end up winning by one. Then I watched the on the way going back home. I watched the Cowboys Eagles game.
Who won?
Eagles. Tony Romo was in there. Tony Romo was in there talking, and then after a while, like the game was so bad, bro. Jerry Jones left. I have never seen this man leave. You can see Mike. You can see like the star defensive tackle, Micah. I mean tackle, defensive end, Micah Parsons. Like he's legitimately saying, like, man, what the fuck is this bullshit, dog? And then who is it? Who else is
Ah, man.
Man, Tony Romo, he got to a point where he really wasn't even commentating anymore. He was like, I can't fucking believe this.
What was the score?
It was 34-6.
Ouch. And I saw that, oh, no, warm up. I saw fucking Aaron Rodgers was getting shit on too yesterday. I seen that this morning. You know, the Raptors are picking a great year to suck, by the way.
Yeah, I honestly, at this point, I hope we decide to do the same shit.
Yo, you want to tank too now? Fuck you, get out of here. You got 3. You're supposed to be good. My team's not supposed to be good. You got MVP candidate. You got Paul George. You got this Tyrese Maxey fella. My team sucks.
Well, the reason why is because, for example, it's actually been something that I've even heard specifically from my uncles. Yeah, they may be the drum line, but they actually do like get shit that not everybody gets to hear about as far as insight goes. But yeah, the front office doesn't want, for whatever reason, they don't want they don't want this one guy named Ricky Council on the floor. They don't want Jared McCain, the guy that we drafted in the first round who paints his nails. They don't want him out there. I was like, what the fuck are you niggas smoking? I was like, Daryl Morey, I might burn you. I might burn you. Those is niggas. And then who is it? The one boy, Yabusele, they're not, they also don't want him to play. I was like, so why the fuck did y'all sign the nigga? Y'all just sign the niggas to give him checks? Like, what kind of nut ass shit is this?
I think you just need X amount of people on your roster. That's how I feel about the Raptors right now, where there's just like a bunch of dudes that don't deserve to be in the NBA on that team. But it is what it is. Got to go through it. Got to be bad for a bit again.
Well, Daryl Morey keeps trying to throw this thing of like, well, I signed these guys to have this kind of input and yada yada yada. And Nick Nurse is on this cusp of like, I don't give a fuck about the paycheck. He's like, look, man, all right, cool, you counted the money, but guess what? If they're balling, they need to play. If they're a fucking bum, that's why Tobias Harris is out of here. So yeah.
It's funny, you know. You know how long I've been calling D'Angelo Russell a piece of trash, right?
I mean, I've been calling him a rat, but yeah.
But like, well, no, but he just trash ass fucking basketball player. I told you for a while, over and over again, for a fact, that the Lakers just need to get rid of him. He got benched. I was so happy. I was like, yeah, JJ Redick knows what's up. JJ Redick's gonna be a Hall of Fame coach, my boy. That dude knows how to basketball.
Hell, I watched another. I forgot what other game. Oh man, I watched this Lions and Texans game. That shit was fire. I was like, bro, this man, Jared Goff, Lions win the game despite this man throwing 5 interceptions. I was like, respect to you. For you to come back after that shit, I was like, You trying to get back to the dance. But yeah, no, it was a cool game to watch though. And then I watched the Chiefs and Broncos game, and yeah, the Chiefs are gonna find ways to win, and that's what I respect about them. They're gonna keep finding ways. You can't ask for much more. It's not like, oh well, you just got to put it on like Patrick Mahomes. It's like no, it's like bro, defense. Oh, this guy made a game saving what's it called, field goal. I was like, what? So yeah, just looking at how everything's about to play, and for the next 5 years, I think the Washington Redskins are going to be very like even more dangerous to the point where they're Super Bowl contenders. Um, the Packers are definitely going to be up there. The Lions ain't going any. The Lions are definitely going to be there. And you said Aaron Rodgers. Yeah. You want to know why Aaron Rodgers is on that fucking shit? Is because you know who he just played. You know what division he just played against? The NFC West. You know what he is against the NFC West? Not shit. It's statistically proven. That nigga's win-loss record against them, it's safe to say if you bet money against that nigga during them times, you're probably gonna be a rich man. But it's okay. Because you know who you'd be poor of? You'd be poor. You know how much money you lose if it was Tom Brady? A lot. Man don't lose to them niggas. And people got the nerve to put them in the same conversation. I don't watch both these niggas my whole life. They milk the fuck. When I mean they milk the fuck, they have the audacity to milk his Super Bowl. I get it. You beat the Steelers. But what'd you do after?
Wasn't he in 3?
Fuck no. He
No, I
got a
thought I thought he had more than Brett Favre.
no, no, hell no. You gotta,
He just
bro.
has more MVPs, is what it was.
Yeah, like you have to beat. In order for him to do that, bro, he would have had to beat the 49ers, the Seahawks, and the Cardinals, and he did not beat neither one of them motherfuckers during that time. Like him losing to them, it was like, yeah, this is one of those what 3 things are certain in life, or 3 things that guarantee. It's like death, taxes, and that man losing to one of them in the playoffs is like, yeah, that's a real thing. Said no. I mean, if you want to go off of who has more Super Bowls than them, I can give you a few. I can tell you a few people that definitely have them. Starting with Brett Favre. I mean, not Brett Favre, but starting with Ben Roethlisberger, and then you go over to Eli Manning.
I got 5 reinforcements. What? That's whack.
Hey, pick in the end zone. I mean, shit. At this point, I mean, hell, Patrick Mahomes. That's another man. Aaron Rodgers can't even be in that conversation with, and that's saying a lot. That man said, I can run, I can gun. Tom Brady, I'm his son. Woo. Damn. Yep, that's the real truth about the pass game. It's not always going. It might not always go your way, but sometimes you just got to get the shit yourself. You just got to get the shit. You just got to go out there and get the ball yourself as a wideout.
I mean, when I was decent at Madden, I was good at the user catch.
Yeah, no, my objective is always one thing and one thing only. If I can get your quarterback rattled and force an ungodly amount of pressure, yeah, it's I can do whatever the fuck I want because that little run game, a lot of niggas can't. A lot of niggas do not know how to run the ball. They'll have like a dude that's elusive that can do all the juke moves, and they'll try and truck you with him. It's like, bro,
But
I'm like, all right.
oof.
Well, my favorite one is like you got guys who got like Derrick Henry. They'll use the Ravens, get Derrick Henry and try and juke with him. It's like, yeah, I mean he can juke a little, but it's like, dog, he's the nigga that runs through people.
He runs straight, yeah.
I'm like, dog, he ain't this ain't Adrian Peterson who can. Oh,
Remember Brandon Jacobson Madden? That dude was
yes,
crazy.
I
6'4" fucking running back. Blah.
well, he was crazy. Well, he was crazy in real life. That's why
That's right.
when
He was good. Yeah. I know. He just when I watched football, I remember being like, that guy doesn't look like a running back.
that's why when like Rondé Barber came out, was it Rondé? One of them, whichever one who was on
Nah,
the
it's the other
Giants,
one. Rondé Barber is the
cornerback.
corner.
Yeah. Well, the other one is what I was saying. Yeah, Tiki.
Tiki Barber.
When he came out and made those comments about Saquon Barkley saying you went to the Eagles now? Mind you, he was on the Giants before and they didn't offer him a contract. That's why this shit is so cracked. But he was like, "You're dead to me," and it's like, all right. So when you left Tiki, the Giants got Brandon Jacobs and
I
won
think
Super
that
Bowls.
I think that it's one of those things too. Though he went to like the rival, right? So that's
Yeah,
why he's
no,
being
that's fine. That's
a
fine. I get
baby.
that. But when you're not offered the money, they didn't offer him shit. They literally got caught. They're recording on this shit on HBO Max called what is it called? Hard Knocks, right? And they follow teams and do like all the little practices, discussions, team meetings and shit like that. It shows all that. But what ends up happening is they're caught on like on there talking to Saquon Barkley and his agent saying, "Hey, we don't see you as a priority. We're not gonna offer you anything right now. So if you want to go ahead and explore the market, go for it." That's why when
What position is he? A receiver?
no, he's a running back. Like if you watched football for the last like within the
No,
last like 6 years, you
like
would
the
know
Super Bowl.
Saquon's like a fucking he's that meme of like a
He's the number one running back right now in the
no, he's
NFL.
number two. There's Derrick Henry and then it's him, and even then it's like that shit is fucking close as hell. Because like Derrick Henry is like he'll give you all the yards possible all game long, and the way how our scheme is, like Saquon will literally come out like a bat out of hell in the second half. To
No.
put it or to better explain it to you, He's like Klay Thompson second half shit in his prime. Just
Third quarter Clay.
yeah, like good luck. You can be there. I mean, shit. You seen it. That nigga's about to have his own signature move in Madden now. Man, literally jumped over a man backwards.
Again, it's still super cool, but I'm gonna always it. He wasn't running. If he was running, like I know how momentum works, but like he was kind of like stopped. It's still gangster. It's just what I like I said when I first read that I was like, how do you even do that? Like what? How does one's legs run backwards and then jump?
Because who was it? The corner that was trying to attack him. That nigga was at full speed. Like he saw. I was like, oh, this is fucked. I was like, and he's a rookie. I said, yeah.
I'm about to catch a body.
I said, yeah. The fact that you and like being in those visors, that shit is yeah. The fact that he even seen that, like, oh shit, this is the time. This my timing. Like the head coach Nick Sirianni legit said, don't ever fucking do that shit again.
It's probably a really good way to get destroyed.
Yeah.
You imagine if that didn't work and then dude hits you full speed while you're like in the air and then you're just gonna like do a half a flip. You're gonna be lucky if you do a half a flip. You know what I mean? You might do a flip and a half and fucking land on your neck.
I want to see one of these old niggas do that shit in 37 years.
You know that's gonna be yo. We can go viral if we do this.
Yo.
Does that shit have a YouTube channel where you can like watch the games?
I've only seen. I don't know. Like I've looked it up. The only people that's like covering it is these two guys. Well, these like four guys. They're
I've
former
seen it on
NFL.
Facebook.
They're like former NFL players.
Okay.
And they were talking about this shit. That shit, bro. I seen it and I was like, "What you mean 37U?" And I'm watching the highlights and I'm like, "Oh my god!"
Right? And it's just like dudes on their lunch break. Like it's insane to be honest with you. When I seen that, I was just like, "That's ridiculous."
Niggas is legitimately playing Blitz the League.
Right? And then like the funnier part about the whole thing to me is you just gambling with your like your paycheck. You ain't getting workers' compensation.
Life?
I mean, I don't think they care about that part. But like, for real, like, there ain't no way you should be doing that at 40. Like,
Hell, who is it? There's like one of the guys. He was a cornerback. He played for the Falcons when they lost to the Patriots in the Super Bowl. He was actually pretty good, and he was like, niggas is asking him because he like 33. He was like, niggas asking me, am I going to do that? He said, fuck no.
right.
And then another one, King Dunlap. He played for the Eagles and Chargers in the late 2000s, early 2010s. And he said, he was like, look, he was like, hey JC, I know you ain't. He was like, you ain't 37 yet. I am. You see that out there? I'm not doing that.
Well, you didn't get first off. How would you ever be able to convince an NFL player to participate in a league that you have to pay to sign up for?
No, it's free.
Oh, well, even still. They ain't getting shit out of it other than, like, they're like, I know what it is. And you know, like, the reason why they don't want to do that is because they're going to end up with, like, a manslaughter charge or something for hitting, like, a regular human. You know? It's like, get out of here. No.
Or my favorite one was, it was one where this dude, he took himself out, took out his teammate, and he took out the nigga he was trying to tackle. And it's like the three of them on the sideline dead. I said, yo. I said, this shit is different.
That's it. Like, you know, if you see, like, well, to be fair, Canada has this, but it's for hockey, right? Like, old dudes be doing that shit all the time. And but yeah, no, like even the hockey, like the old dudes ain't hitting each other like that. It's just you might get
Oh no.
squished on the board. You might get crushed into the boards if you're chasing the puck. You know what I mean? But like there ain't no open like yeah no that needs a YouTube channel, my boy. I'd be showing that to everybody. I'd be like, yo, you bored? Because like I'll tell you one thing. I think it's really stupid. But Power Slap is entertaining when you watch it on YouTube. I won't lie. Especially like it reminds me of when I really fell down the rabbit hole of watching Street Beefs.
To me,
Watching
this shit
the
just it just reminds me of like the days of bully beatdown.
yeah, kind of. But like so like the guy from Hawaii that's the heavyweight champion for now, he's like a normal dude. He ain't out there like he just like but some of these guys are like you could tell that they're just like fucking unathletic dudes from life that always had a chip on their shoulder and like they just it's like watching pro wrestling kind of they're like the oversell and like just the nonsense is hilarious, like it's just so goofy. I could never get that hyped up because you slapped me in the face and I'm fine. Like,
I know
but
in
yeah,
like I know in a lot of places like Spain and South America, there are a lot of like that's why this shit is wild to me, but it's not at the same time because there's a lot of leagues like that in South America for soccer and them slide tackles, especially like you see these niggas from like Brazil giving you a slide tackle. I'm not doing that, nigga. I'm gonna shoot you. You think I'm about to take a slide tackle from Alex Ferreira? You lost your fucking mind. I saw that and I was like, nah, I'm cool. Or the fucking goalie legitimately giving you a RKO. You trying? Oh, I got a header. Fucking right hook to the soul. Yeah, nah.
yeah, that's why I like basketball, bro. I play lots of basketball with old dudes and like me, like when we were young, me and Charles would go in and like play hard and like rough, and then we got like Charles got kicked out of the men's league when we were like kids because he was too big and strong, and like fucking, you got to be this age. And then I moved away, and he told me like he'd go back, and everybody would hate him because he's like can hoop and he's like big, so he's kind of like Big Baby. Where he could, but like better rebounder because like everyone's normal where I live, there's no fucking. But he like can shoot the basketball. He's got moves. He can handle the ball a bit. He can fucking be bigger and stronger than you. But like yeah, he was like, man, I went to that men's league and they didn't even want me to play anymore. And he's like, said I hurt people. I was like, that's funny. And then we went to like another one at like the university that I found, and it is. Can be competitive and a little like rough, but like for the most part, like you can kind of like prevent yourself from being fucked up while you play basketball if you know what you're doing. Like, oh, well, I'm just not going to come off the ground as high. I'm not, you know what I mean? Like shitty, like I'll box you out, but I'm not boxing you out and leaping for this rebound. I'll just get it because you're not going to move me. But yeah, no, I'd never ever play a sport with a bunch of sweats that like trying to relive the glory days. Because first off, I will bust your ass if you do that to me. Like I'm like what you described without the athleticism, but I'm like not a dirty player, so pull up. Like, but like genuinely when I hoop, I'm like super chill, and then just